He's a key man for Grimsby. Obviously Gary Jones, but they do have a very excellent replacement in Michael Reddy, of course. But nonetheless, Jones is leading scorer this season with 17 goals now, and he will be missed. Not the quickest, not the most mobile, but a very important man. The red card at the end, the only dampener on what's been a great night for Grimsby Town and their manager Russell Slade. The other Jones, Rob, was the player who was injured in the first half, and that had a material effect in seeing Lincoln City take the lead in this game, and the lead they certainly deserved at half-time. But Grimsby came back powerfully in the second half, and 2 goals resulting from set pieces gave them the platform to go on and beat their local rivals and take their place in the playoff final in Cardiff on Sunday, May the 28th. It's heartbreak again for Lincoln in the playoffs, but success for Grimsby Town by 3 goals to 1 on aggregate.
Yes, Lincoln, the first team ever to fail in 4 successive playoff campaigns, but delight for Grimsby. They're going through to Cardiff with a chance of promotion after missing out on the final day of the season by a matter of seconds. They'll meet either Wycombe or Cheltenham in the final. And that will be decided on Thursday. The League Two playoff semi-final second leg, Cheltenham against Wycombe, 7:30, Sky Sports 1. We'll get the views of Colin Caldwood on that amazing second half, really. So much to talk about there, and keeping up with the Jones boys was pretty difficult, wasn't it? Rob Jones was stitched up and substituted, and not very happy about it. His teammates made up for it, going through to Cardiff, but they'll go there without Gary Jones. He was sent off in the 93rd minute.
Last year, Sam Hurrell became the football icon and scored a contract with Chelsea. This year, it could be you. If you were born between the 1st of September '88 and the 1st of January 1990, call for Sky One's regional trials.
What is soul?
I want somebody to tell me just what is the soul of man.
You can say. All we can say is that when it's there, we like it. And when it's gone, we miss it.
I want somebody to tell me just what is the soul of man.
Passion, £10. Anticipation, £30. Devotion, £22. Pride, £5. Supporting England all the way. Priceless. Use your MasterCard and you could win a trip for you and 3 mates to see every single game England play in the 2006 FIFA World Cup. Call or register at mastercard.co.uk.
Foster's Super Chilled. Well, you wouldn't want a warm beer.
Yeah, I'm all right. See you in 15 minutes.
Only Benadryl contains acrovastine, so gets to work faster on allergies than any other capsule or tablet. Benadryl Allergy Relief gets to work faster on allergies.
All clear. Right, mate. Yeah. Are you on your mobile? Call you back.
It's tricky keeping track of the calls your family makes, so new BT Friends and Family automatically updates, saving you money on the eligible calls that cost you the most.
Is it okay if we ring Daddy before breakfast?
But it's tea time.
Not in California.
Yeah, sure. Call your dad.
Sign up to new BT Friends and Family auto update.
This month at McDonald's, you can text to win FIFA World Cup tickets.
So, what's your line of business then?
Well, I'm, sorry.
Tomo, speak to me.
Yeah, that's right.
Real fans only, please. 2 tickets every hour, every day throughout May at McDonald's.
Oi, Churchill! Have you saved that couple money on the car insurance?
Oh, yes.
So you got great prices for loads of family cars like this one?
Yes.
Do you check your prices every week to keep them so great?
Oh, yes.
And I bet you gave them a discount for buying online?
Yes.
And don't tell me a courtesy car is standard.
Oh, yes.
And they still won't let you see that lovely view.
What view?
For great deals on car insurance, call Churchill on 0800 200 300 or save even more by buying online at churchill.com.
I'm stuck in my car with a headache which feels like this when I try to move my head and just keeps thumping away like this. But I've taken Nurofen, which speeds straight to the source of pain, so I feel like my headache's washing away like this.
Freedom for backs. Heat patches from Nurofen.
Foster's super chilled. Well, you wouldn't want a warm beer.
Yeah, once we got to the top of the French Spur onto the Westbridge proper, the view is just breathtaking at a time when you need as much breath as you can get hold of, really. It's just amazing. It's easy to collapse mentally up there, but we're not going to do that. We've stuck our neck out on a big challenge and we're going to finish it off.
To follow in our footsteps, go to armyoneverest.mod.uk.
Who wants to go down the creepy tunnel inside the tomb first?
The First Time Saturday movie. National Treasure, Saturday at 8, Sky Movies 1, and then every 15 minutes via Multistar on Sky Movies 9, also in HD.
Any final thoughts on today's game, Garion?
Grimsby are through to the League Two playoff final. They've beaten Lincoln home and away. The man of the match is Ben Futcher. He replaced Rob Jones and scored a goal. They're both with Brynlaw now.
Well, Rob, it's a nasty shine. I don't think you necessarily wanted to come off, did you? What happened around that little incident?
That's an understatement. I've headed the back of his head. The blood came out straight away. I knew I needed stitches. I've come in and the gaffers give us a certain amount of time. Doc's tried to stitch it up as quick as possible. I didn't know. I've come running back out again and ready to go back on, and Futcher's gone on. But then again, Futcher's gone and scored the goal, so it doesn't make any difference. But no, a bitly disappointed when I come back out and I wasn't able to continue. But end of the day, we've got what we wanted, and we've got a trip to Cardiff now, so we don't care no more.
You've just got to get yourself fit now, haven't you?
Oh no, I've worse than this. Don't you worry about that.
Well, that's right. So you went off, super sub came on, and it worked out very well indeed in the second half, Ben.
Yeah, it did. I don't know what that's out, super sub, but yeah, it worked out well. It was a hard game. They went one up, and we knew they'd come in, put us under pressure. They did that, and but we're delighted to get the result.
You would have been disappointed at the start of the evening not to have been in because you'd played at the weekend. Rob hadn't been there. I guess that was a chance for you to show what you can do again.
Yeah, obviously it's disappointing, but it's a squad game here. Unfortunate for Rob, he's got a knock, and I've been sent on, and I was delighted to get on and get a goal.
Good time for competition for places there, isn't it?
It's always strong competition for places when you finish as high as we did, but yeah, we'll have a good week, I think, training, and we'll see what happens.
Terrific night, Rob. I mean, you've achieved what you set out to achieve, perhaps, well, at the start of the season, almost, but not quite.
Yes, finishing fourth was disappointing, but we've been given another chance of getting promoted. Now it's up to us to go and take it. Cheltenham or Wycombe will be a difficult game, but it's all down to us now. One game, trip to Cardiff, and the boys fully deserve it, and the supporters fully deserve it. I thought they were fantastic tonight, so all round it's well done, I think.
Yeah, well done to you. You can go home and enjoy the new baby, but before you do that, would you make the Powerade Man of the Match award to Ben Futcher, please? Thank you. Well done. Cheers.
Oh, that's good to see. And that's good to see as well. End of season at Blundell Park for Grimsby and their supporters. They're enjoying it. Not the end of the season in total, of course, because they have one more match to go in Cardiff against either Wycombe or Cheltenham. But they finished in style. And they're in Cardiff. And Colin Calderwood up automatically with Northampton. Rob Jones there, good to see that, you know, the camaraderie came back in the end anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the disappointment that he felt is obviously eased away from him, and he'll enjoy the next 10 days and obviously the playoff final, because at the end of it, you know, he'll go home and realise
this is how he went off.
Yeah,
Rob Jones.
The importance of the club is more important than any one individual.
He stayed out at half-time, didn't he? He wasn't too happy. I suppose they're fighting for a place in Cardiff now, the pair of them. But
very interesting, the two of them are competing for one place by the look of it. And when he was off, Lincoln scored. You know, there was obviously an adjustment in the marking, and Marvin Robinson as a major attacking threat is almost scot-free in the box, in between the sticks, and headed it in. You know, the delivery. The game was settled by 3 set plays, but the game was much better than that. It was a good, entertaining, honest League Division 2 game of football.
Ben Futcher, ex-Lincoln, has got Grimsby back in it, hasn't he, with his goal?
He has, you know, he's come on and you know, the pressure was on a little bit at half-time, but, you know, the two full-backs joined in and were braving the ball, and they've taken a short corner and moved it. And yet again, there's someone free within the 6-yard box. He's got a free header. And the second one across the face of goal, Lincoln haven't got anyone reacting quicker than Futcher there, and he's stuck it in quite nicely. Super delivery. Curtis Woodhouse, when we played them, had super delivery in all 3 kicks. He's eventually got onto one instead of certain other people. He's delivered it into a super area, and Jones, in the highlights you showed beforehand, has been where we expected him to be.
Exactly, Colin. We've talked about Gary Jones before the match, and we've said how important he is in the absence of Michael Reddy, who wasn't fit enough to start tonight. Then he gets himself sent off. That's a disaster, isn't it, really?
You know, Russell's elation is obviously tempered by what happens in this incident here, and Gary gets a straight red card. You know, there can be no argument in terms of, you know, you could go to appeal, but his elbows hit him in the face. It is, you know, it happens time and time again. There would be no intent on Gary's behalf, that's what I would say. But there's just no way out. The referee has the video evidence to back him up, his judgment, and it's unfortunate because the game was played in real good spirit. It was always going to be a tense, anxious, nervous affair, but that never transmitted itself into anything ugly, and that really wasn't an ugly incident.
Let's get the considered view then of the Grimsby manager, Russell Slade. He's with Bryn Law now.
Russell, it was a great night, and you got there, but you had to work very hard to get there, didn't you?
Yeah, we certainly did, and obviously Lincoln got off to a great start, didn't they? They levelled things after about 30-odd minutes, so life was difficult for us. They're a good side, and you can only feel for them a little bit that having got in front, that we managed to peg them back, but that's what we did. Showed good character. It was important to stay calm and confident and concentrate, and they were the things we tried to talk about and just relax at half-time, and we kept to our task and we did very well.
You'd lost the inspirational figure of Rob Jones early on. He didn't want to go, but you made him stay off. But as it turned out okay, didn't it, with Ben Futcher's goal?
Well, I think the thing was there, Bryn, I mean, you want Big Rob on the pitch, but it was quite a deep cut, so it was going to take some time to deal with. And unfortunately, I couldn't wait that long. We'd already conceded 1 goal, and what would have been a disaster was to concede a second.
So you made that decision, it's worked out well, but there was still just that little bit of bad news at the end, wasn't there, with Gary Jones sending off?
Yeah, obviously I'd like to have a look at that again, because Gary assures me he's done very little in that, and obviously he's an instrumental part of our squad, and I think that's his 17th goal of the season, and we need him for the final.
So potential for an appeal, perhaps?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ultimately, though, you've got a great day to look forward to, haven't you?
Yeah, it's just fantastic for our fans today, isn't it? This football club suffered 2 relegations, and it's nice to see them cheering about something. And for the day out, well, it's going to be superb for them, and we look forward to that now.
Thanks, Russ. Well done.
Pleasure.
Well, it sounds like an appeal is going in there, but as you said, Colin, it's a slim chance, isn't it, that I would have thought?
It'd be interesting. There's such a time span before the final. The appeal will obviously be seen. It's not as if they can appeal and then pay a fine if the FA think the appeal was not justified, you know. But there's always a certain justice for the team who finishes 4th in League 2 and 3rd in the other 2 divisions, that they ultimately get up, and they deserve over the 2 games to get to the final. It'll be a different opposition and a different problem for them, whether it be Cheltenham or Wycombe.
Well, this is what Russell Slade will be appealing over. Whether there's much chance, well, we shall see. Gary Jones will be devastated to miss the final. If he does, he's with Bryn Law.
Gary, bittersweet night for you, I think.
Yeah, it's ended badly. It hasn't been one of them games where the bad challenges have gone in. I've just gone up to flick the ball on. I haven't even looked where the other player is. My arms are out, and these things happen in the game. And
you know, I didn't expect to get sent off.
So you had the high of the goal, and then the low of the dismissal.
Yeah, it's been one of them nights. It's going to be disappointing missing out on the final, but you know, hopefully the lads can do it.
They'll try and appeal, of course, won't they? The club, I think.
Yeah, we'll have an appeal and see what the ref and whoever makes the decisions. But as I say, from the heart, I haven't gone up to elbow anyone. I'm not that type of player.
What did the ref say to you?
He didn't say much. He just gave me the red card and see, get off the field. That was it.
I know it won't make you feel any better. It'll be terrible to sit and have to watch what goes on at Millennium Stadium, won't it?
It will. As I say, hopefully we can appeal and something can be sorted out. But you never know what can be changed. But we'll see in the next 24 hours or 48 hours.
Thanks, Gary.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Bittersweet night for him, really, isn't it? Was it similar in some ways to the Steve Guinan elbow on Rob Lee, which only brought a free kick and I think a yellow?
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be a very debatable thing. Gary's absolutely right. I mean, I've played against him and played with him. He's not that type of player. There's no intent in his behalf to go and elbow someone and make that. There's been other challenges throughout the season.
Does it make?
And some of them have been here, and some of them have been here that have been far worse, and unfortunately it's going against Gary in such an important game in the future.
Over 2 legs, Grimsby, you think, deserved to be there?
I think so. I think they were, they were really positive in the second half. Their full-backs joined in on both sides, and they were brave and used the ball well, and eventually